Nope. And all these hoes laughing like something funny.
She's talking about the audience, that they're laughing at her.
Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yep. Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
What's up, hoes? Welcome back, week 2. We're talking winners and losers. We're talking TV. We're talking music. We're talking current events. Cam Newton really screwed himself this week. We're talking college. What is your technique for approaching college girls? And we got our take 5 in football. It is week 5 in the NFL. So let's jump right into our losers and winners. Last week I was 4-1. Matt was 3-2. So Matt is the big loser of the week, and he will give his loser.
Got our podcast. I went 3-2 last week, so I lost. Took the big L. So
Took the fat L.
So I'm gonna start off with our loser segment. I'm actually gonna take Peter Rosenberg. He tweeted something out about the whole Cam Newton incident, right?
Oh, wait, hold on. Before you get into this, Peter Rosenberg himself thinks he's like the best guy on earth, but like 90% of people don't know who he is, so you definitely got to say who this guy is.
Who is he? That's actually a good point. Yeah, I mean, well, he's on Hot 97 in the morning, right? And he works. They got him on the Michael Kay show now, so he's a radio personality. But he's also very active on Twitter. That's where he does a lot of damage. So he tweeted something out the other day. He goes, "Well, we finally found out Cam Newton is much less the guy who gives footballs to kids, but more the bully who took his teammate's Xbox." Some random guy must have saw that on Twitter. He's probably following him. And he tweeted back at him. He wrote, "I think you're trying too hard. This is not that serious. Let's not make Cam the new Ray Rice," shaking my head. And I'm not even going to say the guy's Twitter handle because I'm not going to blow up his spot.
No, I'm going to say it.
You're going to say it?
I'm going to blow up his spot. It's Dez at ATL_404_.
Okay.
You're not blowing up his spot. You're blowing up Peter Rosenberg's
spot. Anyway, so the reason why I think it's a little ridiculous, because I get it, Peter Rosenberg, you're married to a female sports reporter, but let's not make it like this guy is, being accused of murder or rape, like some of the other football players out there. He said something. If you're just tuning in and you live under a cave, you live in a cave. He said that, when the female reporter asked him a question, he said, "Oh, it sounds so strange to hear a female talking about fade routes." Something to that.
Yeah, Cam Newton said it's funny to hear a female reporter talk about roots.
Routes. Okay, whatever. Routes, tomato.
Yeah, tomato.
So I thought that was almost kind of funny on Cam Newton's part because it was just like his humor coming out. I don't think he meant anything personal, or I don't think he tried to offend the whole, the whole female sex.
No, absolutely.
I think he was just basically saying like, "Oh, you know what? It sounds interesting to hear a woman talk about families," because even though women are very much a part of football nowadays with reporting and coaching, they're not the majority. They're still the minority in sports.
It's really how you interpret it, because Cam Newton honestly could have meant it's funny to hear a female reporter talk about running routes because I never hear it.
Right.
So it's almost like, oh, wow, like you're a female talking about routes. That's funny. Like I never see any.
Right.
Like I don't think he.
Right.
I
agree.
honestly, like Cam Newton is definitely a guy that loves the attention. He will do things for attention. But I really don't think he was doing this for attention. I honestly, low-key think he was trying to compliment this guy.
Yeah, and another thing is that I kind of feel like Cam Newton, everyone's bringing up his past. He can't escape his past. Oh, he stole this in college. He did this.
Right.
Don't we also live in a society that says if you serve your time or you prove yourself and you can turn over a new page that you should be able to have a new reputation going forward? Why is everyone taking to Twitter and Instagram and saying, "Oh, this is the same guy who, was kicked out of his community college class for stealing this or got kicked out for this or that"? Forget about it. He's a pro athlete who makes millions of dollars.
Well, that's the thing. He is a pro athlete, and we tend to hold
them to a high standard.
Athletes to an
unrealistic standard.
Now it's funny. It's funny you bring up past because I didn't even really look into this, but I saw it on ESPN. Apparently, this female reporter that he offended, quote unquote, has racist tweets from the past.
And she deleted them, right?
Did she? After this happened?
I think that's what, or something interesting happened. I'm not 100% sure, so don't,
sly move on her, like, "Oh, this black guy just made fun of me. Better delete all my,
racist tweets. And see, that's what hurts me is that everyone's got faults to them.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I mean?
I mean, listen, It wasn't like really offensive.
Right.
I think everyone blew it out of proportion. Peter Rosenberg blew it out of proportion.
And he said, "Oh, you know what? You know, being married to someone, you don't have no idea how much this offended me."
Shut up, Peter.
Like,
You're a loser.
There's so many bigger issues in the world,
dude.
going on.
Well, yeah.
You
Well,
know?
this guy, I first heard of him when Black Lives Matter came up.
Right.
I would listen to Hot 97. By the way, Hot 97 is a music station,
Right.
not a politics station.
And not even, it's supposed to be strictly music. Like, that's
strictly like rap.
Right.
Like rap music.
Like rap hip hop,
So,
right?
Yeah, so rap hip hop, play 2 hip hop songs, and then you hear Peter Rosenberg for 5
And
minutes.
it's funny because he's not black.
No,
So
no,
it's
he's like a white like
Maryland, yeah.
He's like a Jew, right?
Yeah, I'm not. You know what? The thing is, I'm not even sure what he is, but
I mean, his last name's Rosenberg, so I'm just gonna.
I know he's a good guy, but I just think he took the L for this. I just think
he did
overreacted.
take an L. And I'm not bashing Black Lives Matter at all. I'm not trying to get political at all. I'm just saying if you're on a music radio station, do not talk about politics on your radio show.
Right, because it's a radio show.
People don't tune to your people don't tune to 97.1 to listen to Black Lives Matter stuff. They want to hear music.
Right, Johnny Carson, the old late night host, used to warn people of that. His people coming after him used to say, "Don't get too political because you're going to lose an audience." Like
yeah.
I'll listen to Hot 97, but when you get so political, it's like, dude, I feel almost the need to call in, and they don't even let you call in that often. So it's kind of, you should just get into your winners because I feel like we could go on and on.
Right. Yeah, no, I didn't agree with your loser last week. It was Dwayne Wade. 100% I do not like Peter Rosenberg.
Right.
Just because he doesn't stick to music.
Right, yeah, just stick to what you know.
Anyway, my winner is kind of surprising because he really isn't a good basketball player.
Okay.
But Jeremy Lin is my winner.
That's fair.
Now, if you haven't seen, Jeremy Lin now has dreadlocks.
Right, so he's always
Now-
switching his hairstyle.
Yeah, he must have great hair. I don't know if it's fake or not.
Right.
But he's changing his hairstyle all the time.
It looks pretty good.
Now he's got dreads. If you think it looks good, you might want to go to the eye doctor.
Okay.
because
Yeah. Well, I think I'm due for an appointment, so I'll probably ask him if he's...
He looks like a character out of the movie Avatar. His
Wow.
hair is
Okay,
not
Wasn't a big Avatar fan growing up, but I can...
But all right, so here's why he's the winner. Kenyon Martin, notorious Nets player, went to the Nuggets, went around the NBA.
Right,
Now,
around the
he's
league.
in the Big Three now, right?
I think he's in the
Ice Cube's Big
think
Three.
he's in the Big Three.
Pretty sure he is.
Yeah. Good NBA career.
Anyway, Jeremy Lin posts a picture of his dreadlocks, and Kenyon Martin tweets at him, or not at him, but about him,
Right, he made a comment about it.
saying, like, this guy's trying to be black. Let's not remember.
We all know you want to be black.
We all know you want to be black. Let's not forget your last name is Lin.
Right, we
Like,
can't forget that.
He like not verbatim, but he basically said to Jeremy Lin, like,
Stop trying to be black.
dude, you're Asian, like we don't want you. Like,
Yeah.
like you
Yeah,
know,
it was almost like wrong.
like
Yeah.
every black crew has that one white kid, and
Right.
you're definitely not it.
Right, you're not, so don't even try to
Yeah.
be it.
So
But he's got the Harvard degree, so what did he do?
So go
what
back.
did he do?
So go back to the library. That's what Kenyon Martin
Yeah.
says. But yeah, so what does this guy do? So I'm thinking Jeremy Lin's got to be shitting his pants right now because this guy tatted up, like, is coming at him saying,
Right,
like,
yeah.
dude, stop trying to be black, like, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So Jeremy Lin starts off his response by saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry if I offended you." And I'm kind of reading this. I'm like, "Oh, like Jeremy Lin's like pussying out."
yeah,
right?
he's kind of like giving in.
But
Yeah.
then he's like, "Oh, by the way, like, I really respect you for having a Chinese tattoo."
Right.
Kenyon Martin has tattoo of Chinese letters.
Right.
So Jeremy Lin, like, he's like very nice in his response,
Right.
but he's low key like saying like, "You're a hypocrite, son of a bitch."
And I saw that response, and I think he even bonded it together, and he said, "I'm so glad that our cultures can both kind of work together." To,
Right.
You know, right? He kind of
You're
was
right.
like,
He's like,
start out with that.
he's
Yeah.
like, I'm so glad our cultures can like cooperate together.
And I
Meanwhile,
love it because that's how you're taught at Harvard, right? Like
Right.
you're taught to like act mature. You're not.
meanwhile, Kenyon Martin's like, "Yo, like, we hate you."
It's like we still hate you, even though you had a really great response.
But yeah, no, his response was like, "Dude, like, you're coming at me. You literally have like Chinese letters written on you, like
Right.
inked permanently on you."
Like that's got to be the greatest like quick response. I need to think of something really fast. I got it. It's perfect. That's like a great comeback.
Kenyon Martin probably saw that comeback and he's like, "Shit,
He was probably
shit,
saw
what
it
do I
coming
do?"
too. He was probably in the mirror shaving. He was probably like, "Wait, holy crap, this guy's got me." Like I don't have a shot.
Like if I'm
Maybe
Kenyon,
I can hide it with the turtleneck or
but
something.
if I'm Kenyon Martin, I'm going straight to the tattoo parlor.
Just
Getting lasered off.
I'm having Jeremy Lin on top of it, right? You know?
I'm getting like "I am black" in big letters,
Right,
like
yeah,
tattooed across my
exactly,
chest.
That-
What are you talking about against Chinese letters? But yeah, like Jeremy Lin, like literally, like I've never like witnessed an argument where someone had a comeback that just completely
Yeah.
just like buried the other person.
Well, I also think it's cool too because Jeremy Lin, like, it's not like he's the greatest NBA player, but he's also not the worst NBA player. Like, he's pretty solid. Would you agree? Like,
I mean, he's definitely not the greatest.
no, he's not. He's definitely not the
fucking
greatest.
close.
But
to the
here's the
greatest.
thing: if you're gonna come at someone and say, "Oh, hey, like we think you want to be black, or we think you want to be this or that," he can turn around and say, "Listen, I can be whatever I want. I've made millions of dollars
Yeah.
playing a child's game. Like,
Yeah.
you know, what am I trying to prove? I've got a Harvard degree. It's not like he didn't graduate. Like he graduated from Harvard. He's a great winner, I think.
He's a great
general,
great,
like-
yeah.
Like, in
listen,
general,
listen,
you know?
listen. When a Chinese person makes it to the NBA, I'm not trying to be racist at all. It's just like if you look at the statistics,
Right.
that is an accomplishment
That's awesome.
in
There
its
hasn't-
own.
There hasn't been that many.
In its
There's
own.
been a few. Like there's been a handful, right? But not that many.
Yeah,
Right?
Yao Ming, like
A few other guys, right?
Yeah, there's been a
Like
few
E.G.
other.
Lin, right? E.G. Lin, right?
Yeah, there's not a lot,
There's not a lot.
and
Yeah.
half of them are like 7 foot tall.
Well, there's just
so.
not a lot of NBA players from like the Asian countries, is that right? It's mostly European, right? Or South America. South America.
Yeah, like Spain, has
Spain,
a
like
handful.
Argentina, Italy, France. Like there's not like too many from like China and all that.
So
But,
yeah, Jeremy Lin, I think not only in this argument, but just his career so far, you got to give him credit. He blew up with the Knicks. Like we
Yeah.
forget about Linsanity.
Linsanity was awesome. Everyone was buying Lin jerseys. They didn't even make them. They had to
Right?
get them like custom almost.
And like it shows in his contracts because he should not be earning the money he does.
And he's been hurt a lot too, right?
Right.
He hasn't really been playing.
I mean, we brought up Joe Johnson last week as a finesser. Jeremy Lin, finesser.
Well, it's funny though because I looked up Joe Johnson. There's a lot of people on Twitter who think that Joe Johnson's like a Hall of Famer.
I said that last week, and you didn't agree with me.
No, I kind of do. But here's the thing: there's like odds on it. I guess like Vegas has. Well, I don't know if Vegas has the odds. Someone has odds on like him making the Hall of Fame, and I think it's like 50%. So it's like half on, half off. Like the chances are like even.
That's what I'm saying. He's borderline.
So he's
right
borderline.
there.
So we'll see if he ends up making the Hall of Fame one day. Maybe he will.
I really hope he does.
I kind of hope he does too. I just don't think he's going to.
All right, so Jeremy Lin, the winner. Peter Rosenberg, our loser. Let us know what you think. If you think we missed a big winner, missed a big loser, let us know.
'Cause we might have. We're not we're
We're not perfect. I mean, listen, I
we're pretty damn close, but
I thought of this like literally 5 minutes ago. So let's move on to TV and music.
So yeah, what do you like? What's going on? TV and music. Like
What is going on? I mean, not a whole lot of my shows are kind of ended. Like I binged watched Game of Thrones. That's over now.
Okay.
We got to wait like 2 years for that.
Okay.
Ray Donovan sucks. Ballers is over. As far as music is concerned, we'll get into that later. But I was just kind of thinking about TV, like TV shows, because there's really nothing on for me right now. I was thinking like of all the badass characters, like characters from TV shows where you're like wow.
And there's a lot.
If I cross this guy in the street, like I would be like, I'm staying away from.
And there's also those characters that's almost like you try like low key try to model your life around. Like, wow, I want to be like this guy.
like a legend. Yeah.
Like I just like his demeanor. I like how he carries himself.
Out of all the TV shows I've watched, Jack Bauer's probably number one from 24.
From 24.
Ray Donovan's probably 2, and then like every main character of Game of Thrones is tied. Like Cersei, Jon Snow, Daenerys.
Right.
Like they're just nuts. I mean.
Well, I always thought, like, I always had shows that sometimes if I was watching, like, a cop show and, like, the lead detective, sorry, got tongue-tied. I got tongue-tied there. The detective, like, the lead detective, I'm always like, wow, that guy is, like, he's a savage. Like, he's got the gun, he's always got the gun on him. He's always taking care of, like, problems and, like, the family. And, like, I watched this one show called Bloodline. I just finished it, actually. There's 3 seasons on Netflix. They didn't renew it for a 4th. But, yeah, John Rayburn, he's, like, the, He's always fixing his family's problems.
That's the guy that plays the coach in Friday Night Lights, right?
What is it? I forget his name. He's got he plays a lot of different roles. He's like a pretty.
His name is Coach something from whatever Friday Night.
Friday Night Lights. Okay.
Like he actually probably legally changed his name.
Change his name. Coach Taylor, is that
Coach Taylor? Yeah,
right?
that's actually his name. His first name is Coach.
I love him as an actor because when I'm watching him, I don't even look at him as an actor. He's so like real. He's like bigger than the show.
You know what I missed? I missed a big one, and you'll definitely agree with this because I know you watch the show. Ari Gold.
Oh, 100%.
The man.
Think about it. Every kid growing up wanted to be like
Ari
like an agent because of him.
Like just
like not an actor, not like a baller. They wanted to be him. They wanted to go to school and study whatever it was, right? Law, whatever.
He's in another show right now, and it's like kind of like a serious role.
Oh, I saw that. I saw
it's so weird.
It's not good.
I don't know if it's good or not.
He was in a lot of different roles, like in the past. Or was he in Old School? Right? Wasn't he in Old School?
Jeremy Piven,
right?
I don't know, but it's just so weird seeing him in a role other than Ari Goldman.
I know. I don't like seeing any of the Entourage guys and other stuff. Like I actually ran into Kevin Dillon, the guy.
Yes,
I ran into him at one of the jobs I worked at.
Are you talking about Kevin Connolly?
No, not Kevin Connolly.
Kevin Dillon.
Kevin Dillon.
The monkey business guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I ran into him at
Johnny Drama.
Johnny Drama, but his name in real life, Kevin
Dillon,
I believe. So I ran into him one time, and I was like, I don't want to say I was like starstruck because in real life he's not a huge actor, but I kind of just was like, oh my god, this is like my man from Entourage.
Right.
But we have to separate it sometimes because Entourage was a TV show based on Hollywood. It was weird. It was like a show based on stars.
It was based on Mark Wahlberg.
It was, right?
Yeah, it's based on his entourage. That's what the
show's okay.
About.
I think I knew that. But that's dope though.
Music, not a whole lot to talk about.
Not a whole lot.
Hoodie Allen has a new album out. He's a Long Island rapper. He's from Plainview.
That's awesome.
So
I see like that should be more of like a thing. Like he should be performing locally. Is he doing that or? Like Huntington Theater.
He definitely doesn't skip New York,
right?
As a tour site.
Yeah. That's gotta be so. Imagine all your friends and stuff coming out and like, wow, like he actually made a career in music. There's probably so many people who doubted him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was like working at Google, and he's just like, I'm gonna try rapping, and he quit his job at Google, which is like
probably
a lot of money.
Job. Yeah.
Crazy. It's gotta be. I honestly might think it's.
See, I actually think those stories are cooler because it's not like he was just working at like McDonald's.
No,
like he was working at like so he already had like a pretty great gig.
He risked a lot.
Kind of reminds me of the doctor, Leslie Chow, right? Like he's like a real doctor in real life.
yeah.
Playing like doctors in movies and stuff.
That's great. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's almost like what it is.
I said we didn't miss anything in music, but
we also got
Tom Petty died.
Tom Petty died, right?
R.I.P.
And he wasn't that old, right? He was like in his 60s. Like he wasn't that old.
Yeah, I'm not the right person to talk about.
Yeah, I don't think he was. I know a lot of people were hurt.
I just found out that Free Fallin' was by him. Like after he died, they started playing
that's one of those weird things where when someone dies, you always find out that the next song that plays, it's always by that person who died.
Right.
Like you'll be going to like the service, and you'll be going to a funeral, and like you'll hear a song on the radio, and it'll be like. Yeah, that was your great uncle's song.
Apparently, everyone was like a huge Tom Petty fan. Only after he died, though.
Kind of like Hugh Hefner. Everyone's like, "Oh man, I fucked so many bitches." Like, no, you don't.
No,
he does. You don't. Yeah. He does.
He did.
Or he did. Yeah.
R.I.P. That's
R.I.P. Man. But what else we got?
We got it. Please tell me about your story for music because I love this.
Oh yeah. Well, what's her name? Danielle Bergoli, the Catch Me Outside girl.
Catch Me Outside. How about that?
Apparently, she's only like. 4 down. I'm not even gonna get into it. She's young. She's young.
Matt thought she was older.
Yeah, I thought she was like a lot.
The rest you can kind of connect the pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah. But so anyway, so obviously she's starting to rap now. She's got that new song, what, Hi Bitch? Is that what it's called?
Hi Bish.
Hi Bish.
B-I-C-H.
And
don't put the T.
But I like the choreography in the music video. It's like a courtroom, right? And she's like throwing shit at people because she's like a badass, right?
Right.
But the thing is that this girl's got a little bit of an attitude. Obviously, we saw it on Dr. Phil. We saw that.
Aldi's house.
Right, I just love like her like kid voice. It's like funny. So apparently there's like this whole new generation of like younger teenage, like not even teenage rappers, like middle school rappers, like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old rappers, right? There's this guy, Zach Clayton. I peeped his Instagram. He's got like a few million followers, but he made a clapback music video to the Catch Me Outside girl because apparently she called him a pineapple head.
Pineapple head. I mean, to be fair, his haircut, like, dude, relax.
Right, but he was very. He said, "Listen, call me a pineapple head, whatever.
I'll call my barber."
But he said he'll call his barber. But he basically made this video. I think it was "How About That" like diss track.
Yes.
But like he's riding around in Beverly Hills with his posse of like 15-year-olds, and he's just spitting absolute fire.
Unbelievable.
Like I think he said you're looking like Angie from Shark Tale, something like that.
Yeah, like
her hairline looks like Angie. It was like just really clever.
Yeah,
and I just kind of respect
it. He destroys her. The response on YouTube, like what were his stats? He got like
6 million views, I believe.
6 million views.
Someone actually commented. I saw someone comment just like, "Wow," on repeat. Like I was like, and that
Yeah.
was me. Like I'm like listening to this like 17-year-old kid like on repeat. Like this was fuego.
I mean, you told me about this. I didn't
Yeah, well,
hear
I don't
it.
even know how I came upon it. Like
You saw me. My jaw was dropped. It was sensational.
yeah, and it's crazy because like they're in Beverly Hills. He's got like his 250. Like imagine being a 15-year-old kid and like your buddy hits you up. It's like, yo, I need you as back. You know, like what do they call it? Like the back end dancers, like in a music video.
Yeah, the background.
The
dancers.
background dance. I need you guys for. I'll pay you $2,000.
They're the hype men.
The hype men. And like these kids are like putting on like their Bape, sweatshirts. They're zippering it all the way
Yeah.
up. Like they're like falling down because the kid's spitting all these flames. And I just really
It had 293,000 likes and only like 60,000 dislikes, which
Yeah,
on
seriously.
YouTube as like a 17-year-old rapper is amazing.
Right, and he was just so straight up about it. He even said before the music video, he's like, "Listen, I don't want to have to like diss you, but
I'm
you make fun of my haircut."
Yeah, like I don't want to diss you, but I'm literally about to ruin
Right.
your life. Like
he had
in
this one
track.
line saying like, I forget exactly what it was, but he was like, "How could you say this or that when you've been on probation since you were 14?"
Yeah,
Something
like
that.
you're 13 and you're acting like.
But if you think about it, if you are breaking the law and getting into trouble, like you can't say shit because you're like who are you to say?
But those are exactly the people that do talk shit.
Right, those are you. Okay,
Because they're uneducated
right.
and
So
dumb.
this kid, Zach Clayton, I believe that's his name. He really just he went in.
But her song has 26 million.
Yeah, I mean, her
So
song-
who's the real winner here?
Well, she might be the winner, like finance. She might make a lot of money off this, right?
Dude, it's unbelievable. People pay her just to show up at like Sweet 16.
It almost reminds me of like those actors that are like wash ups that they'll go to like a bar appearance for like $10,000.
Right, like washed up athletes that
Yeah.
do signings.
Do signings, like, you know.
She literally gets paid to do nothing.
See, that's kinda cool.
To do nothing other than show her face at places.
Yeah.
They pay for the jet. She flies across the country, across the pond, just to show her
Yeah.
face.
Wow.
All because she said, "Catch me outside." How about that?
Yeah.
On Dr. Phil. So I mean,
guess,
she's
yeah.
listen. Talk about finessers. We got
Yeah,
Joe
Joe
Johnson up
Johnson,
here.
yeah.
We got Joe Johnson up here.
Wow.
We got Jeremy Lin under Joe Johnson, and then like way above all them is Danielle Bregoli.
Can I add like one more finesser? And I'm not trying to get political, but just one more.
What?
Like, if you think about it,
Donald Trump.
is like
Oh,
a finesser.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he did not need to be president, but he just said, "Fuck it, I'm going to be one."
Donald Trump. I mean, yeah. You know what?
Well, I don't want to get like too political.
No, let's not get political, but like, let's jump into it because it's actually the year anniversary of the debates.
of like the debates. Well, it's been a year already.
It's been a year.
Well, they're making this new thing on it, right?
Right,
Like the
what's it called?
I think
Like
it's like the
60
64
hours in October. 64
Okay,
hours
64
in
hours
October.
in October. So I guess that's between him and Hillary. It was obviously like historic. Remember coming
Yeah.
home every day and watching that?
I remember.
Or being at school, right?
I was in college. I was a senior in college.
It's even better.
I had my off-campus house, and we were all. There was 5 of us in the house. We were all huddled around the TV.
Probably rooting for Trump.
We're huddled
It was
around the
probably
TV.
hysterical.
And we're the 5 most like unpolitical kids. Like
Right,
we don't watch
non-political,
politics.
yeah.
But like we were all huddling around the TV. Like yo, like if Donald Trump won, it would be funny as shit.
And what's the word that he always used in those debates? Like he's like, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be huge.
It's gonna be
There was like
huge,
drinking
huge.
games for that. Like every time he says huge, you drink.
But we were watching the actual election night, right?
Right.
Where they showed the map, and it's just like, oh, breaking news: Donald Trump just won Florida. And you see the states
Right.
start showing
you
colors.
see the girl's Instagram post like, no, please, someone save me from this. This can't be real. Right?
You see the states start showing colors, and we're like, yo, like, what if Donald Trump actually won? And
if
then,
he
and then
takes
we're
this,
like,
yeah.
and then we're like, yo, like he shouldn't have won that state. Apparently, like we didn't know anything, but we're like,
Right.
we're like, yo, they're saying he shouldn't have
But
won
see,
that state, and he won.
Then the whole race became almost like this. It became almost like sports. You were like, wait,
Right?
It's like the Super Bowl. It's like, wait, hold
It was
on.
entertaining.
It was almost like the Pats coming back. It was like, wait, hold on, they're not done yet.
I don't give
Like,
a shit.
This game is still going on.
I don't give a
Like,
shit about politics. And like, dude, like
Right.
by the one kid I live with, he's literally such a hypocrite, and he
Right.
was on his phone with his friend, like, yo, we just won Florida. I'm like, dude, like, what are you on his campaign? Like, why are you
right.
saying we?
Dude, I always hated people like
Oh
that.
no, he was like, we were all like, dude, shut up.
That's like the kid who like doesn't want to go to like, you know, the school basketball game, and then when the team like almost upsets like the number 1 team in the country, he's the one rushing
Yeah,
the court,
yeah.
right? Like, oh, let's go, you know. It's
But
like,
he
come on.
like literally like after election night like bought like a Make America
Make
Great
the
Again
MAGA hat or whatever you want to
Yeah,
call it.
but it was like that like not I'm not even talking about just sports, like that event
Right.
that night was like so like adrenaline rushing.
Right, and I even remember like the months following that were funny because I remember they found Hillary Clinton like running in like upstate in like Westchester County, like she was running in.
Well, that's where she's from.
That's where she's from. Like, and
there are 3 kids that I'm great friends with in college that live in her town.
Right, so like they know about, but like a reporter like found her, and then SNL ended up doing like a spoof about it. And I was like, this is great. Like it doesn't even end here, and like it's still going.
They showed like Hillary's face like a week after the election, and she literally like looked like she gained 20 years.
Right, and then I love like the Bill memes, like oh, like he was all pissed off that she lost because now he can't get blowjobs anymore.
Right. I thought that was the end of Hillary Clinton. I thought she was
just gonna go away.
Go away. I thought she was gonna kill herself.
Yeah, now she's like writing books and stuff. Like
that might be the worst thing. Like if now I don't want to get political, but like everyone's like, there's a lot of people saying like Donald Trump's ruining America.
Right.
Like you're the person that lost to him.
Right.
So you are like, people are pointing the finger at you, saying like, you suck. Why couldn't you win? What the fuck?
I mean, I have to say, and once again, it's almost like we're both in like this whole thing. We're not trying to get political, but
I can't get political because I don't know anything.
Yeah. I mean, like honestly, he's getting rid of some of the gangs. He's whatever. We're not going to get into it too much, but I just think it's so funny that when current events like. I couldn't even avoid that. Like, it was, what's it called, 64 Hours in October?
Yeah.
Like, that just sets the mood for, like, the Halloween season. It was, like, so, like...
It's scary.
It's scary. Yeah. Like, whoever won, it would have been scary. Like, if Trump won, which he did, it was scary. If Hillary had won, it would have been like, wait, this is crazy. This is scary.
Yeah.
Just because they were both kind of, like, a little weird.
And then Cam Newton would have made, like, a stupid comment like, oh, it's funny seeing a female in office.
Right, exactly. And then they would have been like Hillary would have been like, okay, you can't visit me at the White House. And he would have been like, good, I was never coming anyway. Like Steph Curry did, you know?
I still feel really bad for Cam Newton. I really did.
Yeah, I do too, because he kind of like really changed his rep. Like he did have that bad boy rep, and then he kind of became like a good guy. And then the Super Bowl happened, and he kind of acted like a sore loser. Yeah. But what do you want the guy to celebrate a Super Bowl loss? Like, oh hey, I'll go golfing tomorrow. Like, no, like he lost.
Listen, you got to be
and I feel bad because he's used to winning. Yeah. He won at every level, right? Yeah. The JUCO level, Auburn.
Is JUCO considered a level? I mean,
yeah. Well, did you ever watch that show on Netflix? It's
yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
The East Mississippi Prayer for a not Prayer for a Pervy. That's a different one.
No, it's I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know why I can't think of it.
Yeah, we'll just skip it over. But like that's like that was like a good show.
Yes.
But yeah, no. Last Chance U.
Last Chance U. Yes.
Well, I actually came up with a really cool thing. Did I ever tell you what I came up with? Because like Lane Kiffin started coaching Florida Atlantic University. Yes. So I came and they took a few guys from East Mississippi.
Yes.
So I called it Last Chance AU because like if Lane Kiffin doesn't start winning at Florida, his career's over. He's been everywhere.
He's
he can't really come back from that.
He's been around the block
because his whole thing to go to Florida Atlantic was to basically revamp himself, right?
Yeah. So he's sucked his fair share of dicks.
Yeah, right. He's like he's definitely like the anti-Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Are we gonna get into that?
Well, no, I think he's the anti-Elon Musk.
Yeah,
right? No. Kiffin's like not on his level at all.
Lane Kiffin, definitely a guy that would like bring a football team to Mars when Elon Musk sends people.
Yeah, and be like, we're undefeated. Yeah, it's because you're
like, I'm taking my talents out and be the head coach of Mars University. And we're gonna be an independent team, so just like Notre Dame.
Right.
We're gonna be an independent team, and we're just gonna play like fucking aliens.
Right.
And
not a bad idea.
And none of the games are gonna be televised, but I'm just gonna let you guys know every week that we won by a lot of points.
And then Elon Musk gets like the 25-minute plane right up there, and all the teams start playing him up there, and they're like, wait.
Elon Musk goes up there, and like Lane Kiffin and like 20 like black football players are just dead. they didn't win. Yeah. Like they're just dead. Like
God, I guess that'll bring up our next category, like our next segment.
College. We haven't talked about college yet, right?
College.
Yeah, what's college?
Yeah, so I guess I'm going to pose a question here and tell me what you think.
Is this your question?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is my question. It kind of like, I'm sure a lot of people have this. So like, what is your technique to like operate like to like your crush in college, to like trying to like seal the deal with the girl in college? Like what's the approach? Like what do you do if like there's like a really cute girl and like you don't know her, she's from a different area, like she's from across the country, you guys have nothing in common.
Right.
What's the game plan?
Right. See, I screwed up. Because like 3 out of my 4 years of college, I had a girlfriend.
Yeah,
so
you kind of just dropped the ball, I guess.
Yeah, no, I dropped a huge ball. I dropped a ball bigger than like the New Year's Eve ball.
Wow.
like that.
And
big.
like metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But so I really had like 2 small windows where I actually like
Was able to
like really like
finesse
like,
it.
Yeah. The one girl I dated though, I went to a really small school. Marist is really
Marist is
small,
pretty tiny.
and my major was very small.
So you only had like those people that you.
There were literally 10 math education majors in my class.
So that could be really good or really bad. If they're like these like hot slutty like girls with like the
let me tell you what happened. Literally my first semester of college, I started dating this girl. She's one town over from me back home.
Okay.
So that was plus.
Convenient, right.
She's a math ed major.
Right.
She was attractive.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? Like,
So it was adding up.
yeah, it was adding up. It was adding. Yeah. Funny math joke. Ha ha ha. Let me get high on pot news. Ha ha.
Oh wow, that's a good one.
It's a Key and Peele skit. You gotta watch.
Yeah.
it.
Okay. That's okay. Cool.
So yeah, I didn't want to jump into anything in college, but I'm just like, you know what? Why not? Like, why not? Everything's adding up. Like, I'll do it.
Do it up.
We broke up in like a month.
you had, like,
and it was like a very bad breakup. It was like,
okay, wow.
so for 4 years, I was in a class with literally 10 people, and like there have been countless times where we'd be partnered up like to do work, and like it would just be like, this is like
Conflict of interest almost, yeah.
so uncomfortable,
Right.
so uncomfortable.
Like you don't know if she's low-key gonna slip you a note like,
Yes.
meet me,
So
meet me in the bathroom, like,
No,
Not even like that.
I slipped me a note. I maybe like slipped me like a bullet like in the head maybe.
Wow. Okay. So it was that bad.
It was a very bad breakup.
So you
We're not
almost-
going to get into it.
Right. We're not gonna get it. Okay. That's good though. We're not gonna get into it.
I want to ask you a question because
Yeah,
you
sure.
you've been single all for
Yeah,
for years.
Almost basically.
Pretty
yeah,
much.
Yeah.
So my 2 windows. I've had the one question. If you're about this girl, right, and you get her number, you're kind of like working on it.
Yeah.
Do you, since you have an off-campus house,
I did at one point. Yeah.
do you invite this girl to your pregame, or do
Okay.
you wait until the bar to work on your craft?
I'm like glad you asked that. So there's 2 types of girls, right? There's the girl where you look at her and you're like, wow, like it's almost like Cold Stone. I gotta have it. Like, like I love it. I gotta have it. Like they're like the large, the extra large, where you're like, I'm inviting this girl to the pregame. She's gonna meet my friends. Like I want to try to lock this up early, right? That's like the one girl.
Right.
There's like the other girl who's probably like a 7 or an 8, where you're like, you know what? She comes to the pregame. She comes. I'll probably just see her out. If I see her out,
It kind of sounds like a plan B.
a plan B.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? Like if I can't get plan A, like plan B will be at the
But you know
bar.
what's about the Cold Stone? They have the flavors like it, love it, gotta have
Gotta
it.
have it.
Like gotta have it is like the girl where you see her like, how is this girl
Like,
still single?
Gotta have it is the girl that
Like,
you
how is
don't-
she still single?
You don't only invite her to the pregame, she needs to be your partner for beer pong.
Hey, yes.
Bingo.
What else do you got?
Bingo.
What else do you got? There's
See,
like
I'm
other
telling you,
things here.
I've only had 2 short windows, but like,
Well, no, I'm
dude,
agreeing with all with everything you're
I
saying.
know, but my short windows, like, it was like right after a
Right.
relationship, so I was like, dude, like,
Here's another
I was thirstier than like a guy
Anyway,
stranded in the
like in like Tom Hanks and like Will with like was it Castaway?
yeah, like
You're
72 hours where James,
Actually, any movie that Tom Hanks is
72
in.
hours. I was 128 hours where James Franco drank his own pee. That's how thirsty.
That's
he
how
was.
thirsty you were.
That's how thirsty
Wow.
it was. I was like, I might have to pee in my own mouth.
Just
That's-
so, okay. No, I get where you were going. Okay. Here's another. No, I really like that. Here's another strategy I would do too. So you're playing beer pong with the girl. You invite her to the pregame. You put on like a really ugly outfit on purpose, so you can be like, "Hey, like, come help me pick. I want to wear. I don't like this shirt. This shirt's like ugly. Help me pick out another shirt."
I've definitely done
Where
that.
the girl's
before.
like, "Oh wow, like you have such nice clothes. Like I think you would look.
I
great
like
in
your
this."
room. I like your bed.
Like your bed. Now all of a sudden, like hey, if you're in shape at the time, maybe you take your shirt off and you're like, oh, like
Right.
like hand me that shirt. Now all of a sudden you're kind of like taking her away from the pregame,
Taking her to
and
a quiet
maybe,
area.
Maybe you don't even have to go out. Maybe you just kind of lock it up there.
Right?
And
Right?
if that's the gotta love it girl, the plan A girl, you're good. Now
Let's be real. In college, the main reason you go out is to bring a girl back.
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's always great times going out with your buddies and like drinking and like bullshitting around. But
What's
yeah,
the real goal here?
That was like the real goal.
Do you go to college to get a degree, or do you go to have fun?
Right,
Like,
exactly,
Don't
yeah.
don't say you went to get a degree.
So just don't say it. But anyway, towards the end of the night, even the Plan B girl looks like the gotta love it girl. Like
Oh, yeah.
4 or 5 beers in, you're like, all right.
dude.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're
Yeah,
like, all right.
I know, but I like how you're talking about inviting the girl to your room personally
yeah, like
at
your
the
room.
pregame.
If you have an off-campus house, it's like getting in the room.
Because like my room was always like clothes everywhere,
Oh,
like
yeah.
smelled like shit,
Most
like
people.
food, And then, like, the night of the pregame, I would clean it spotless.
Yes.
And she'd be like, oh, you're a neat freak. Like, oh, I love it. I'm be like, yeah, like, I always make my bed. Yeah, like, psycho.
I know if you want to get, like, American Psycho type stuff, you can put up, like, a photo of, like, you and, like, your buddy from home, and she'd be like, oh, like, who's that? You're like, oh, we don't want to talk about that anymore.
He died.
You don't have to say that. You just be like,
Yeah, I don't really want to talk.
I don't want to talk about that.
Play the pity card.
And then
right?
the girl's thinking, like, wait, I have to stay with him now.
This kid has emotions.
He's got I want to stay with him tonight. I want to see what he's all about. now you're just kind of messing with these girls' minds. Now you're just like draking them a little bit,
So you go to the bar, right?
Yeah, so you're at the bar.
You're a big dancer, right?
I like to bottle dance a little. I like to dance.
I don't dance at all. That's my one downfall. Like,
like a weakness.
I cannot, like, I'm whiter than white. Like, I can't dance.
But see, at least you're honest about it.
I know it, and I don't try.
Because it's not like you're like, oh, I'm the best dancer. And when you get out, you're like, oh, maybe I'll take another shot. Like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like, at least you're pretty honest about it.
And I would say, like, that's like a huge plus for picking up a chick is if you can dance.
If you can dance, yes. Here's another underrated thing. If you can't dance and you know it, like you have self-awareness, like you know that you can't dance, you can pivot a little bit and say, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll just focus on buying girl a drink or whatever.
Drink. That's
because if you're dancing, you kind of just dance the night away. It's
that's what I did.
Cliche. Like,
that's what I did.
Dancing the night away.
My wallet took a huge hit because that was my only. That was my only.
It's
option.
almost like you're knocked up. It's like, oh, that's the dice thing. That's the only thing he's got.
Yeah,
he's only on the dice sound.
But like if you can't dance, the ratio goes from in your favor to definitely not.
It's almost like sports. It's like the odds go down.
Right. There are very, very limited girls that go to a bar and are not on the dance floor.
Right. Like, there's always a few girls that are, like, at the bar and they're, like, very, very nerdy and they're, like, a little shy.
Right.
There's, like, maybe, like, 1 out of 20.
Right.
So if there's 50 girls in the bar, there's, like, 2.5 of those girls.
Right. And like 0.5 of them are hot.
Exactly. Like, literally, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and, like, literally, like, a half of them, like, you look at their face and their torso and you're like, oh, and then you look at their lower half, you're like, you know what?
Yo, like,
I'll pass. Like, you know what?
Yeah, I know where the Big Macs are going.
Don't gotta have that one.
Yeah. Don't gotta have that even if I'm shit-faced.
Right. Exactly. That's the tricky part. Just trying to stay, like, tipsy, trying to stay level.
I see, now that's easy for me because I had, like, 3 hard, like, very, very bad experiences where, like, I was like, yo, like, I can't, like, black out.
Right.
Like,
you need, like, this is a must say, like, somewhat, like.
So when I go to the bar, like, I always stay at that perfect level of, like I
wish I could always have that, like, going forward.
Yeah.
Like forever. I don't want to ever lose. I want to always have that.
I wish I could be in a permanent state of just buzz.
But you know what ruins that? And day drinking. Because it's almost impossible to stay. And, like, some people have different ideas about it. Some people think, like, oh, day drinking? No, it's easy. You just drink a little bit. As you get, the day goes on, drink a little more. No. Because if you're drinking since 8 a.m., you're going to be, like, screwed over by 3 o'clock.
Yes.
You're gonna
day drinking, like, it's actually hard to, like,
now, if you go out after that next day, you're not even going to be hungover. You're going to be drunk.
No, yeah.
You're going to be, like, drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you definitely know more than me. I mean, I've had small windows. I'm definitely a fan of inviting to the pregame.
Yeah, I think the pregame is good. I think depending on what bar you go to, sometimes I would get nervous because if you're going to a crowded bar, sometimes I would like advise against it. Be like, oh, we should try out that new place because the new place is a little more quiet.
Well, now your college was in the city.
Yeah, so like there was
my college, you went to one bar.
That was it.
If you went to one of the other 2 bars that were even in Poughkeepsie, no one would be at them because you go to one bar on Thursday. That's where everyone goes. Everyone goes to this one bar on Friday. So you were at a packed bar. That's why I was a fan of doing my work at the pre-games because it's a smaller atmosphere. You get that more one-on-one contact. So
it really is crazy how it's almost like it sounds like barbaric how like we talk about it. It's like it's really true though. Like every guy like feels that way. Like if you talk to a guy and you'd be like, oh, do you agree with what me and you were saying? They would be like. There would be that one guy that would be like, no, that's so gross. Like,
it depends where you see yourself excel.
Yeah.
If you have a good game at the bar, like, maybe you don't want to do any work at the pregame. Because you know when you go to the bar.
Good bar game, right?
You know when you go to the bar, like, you have 10 options that are gotta have it, girl.
Right. It's almost like you're, if you're like a doctor in the medical field, like your bedside manner, like how you talk to a patient. It's almost like that. The bar, like how you talk to the girl when you're at the bar.
Yeah.
Do you choke? Are you like, I want to buy it? Or are you like, hey, What up? Let me buy you a drink real
If
quick.
if you're choking at the bar, like metaphorically with a girl,
yeah,
you need another drink.
Right. Exactly.
Even if you're literally choking, you need another drink.
Yeah. If she's choking, then you might as well go home.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the worst when you bring a girl back and she just starts she's puking. I didn't invite you over so I can be.
Yeah, I'm not like a babysitter. I'm not I'm not like a nurse.
I'm not here to be your dad. I'm here to be your daddy.
That was
line of the day.
That was a
line of the day. Whatever time that's at, I'm gonna put it in the notes. Hey, skip to that part.
Yeah, if you don't have time, skip to this.
I'm not here to be your dad. I'm here to be your dad.
That could be the slogan of the actual whole podcast.
We should just rename that.
Who's your daddy?
Sunday feelings should just be renamed not your dad. I'm your daddy.
Not your dad, but your daddy.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? All right. Speaking of who's your daddy, that's Pedro Martinez, right?
Right.
I just want to talk about the Yankees real quick.
Okay, yeah, real quick. Yeah.
I fucking hate the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the wild card game.
I love them.
I watched the wild card game, and whoever was directing the ESPN film for that hates the Yankees. Because they showed all the Yankee fans in the crowd. They all look the fucking same, man.
They all look the same?
Backwards Yankees hat, unbuttoned Yankees jersey, white t-shirt,
just the tool
jeans, Timbs. All look the same.
Oh, the New York.
That's the New Yorkers. That's number one.
Dead ass, B.
Number two, this is the big problem I have with the Yankees. Now this happened before they even won the wild card game. They were already shitting their pants.
Okay.
They're
LeBron James is also a Yankee fan.
Fuck LeBron James.
I know. Fuck
LeBron James is whoever's winning. That's what he's a fan.
That's actually true. Yeah.
So the big problem I have with the Yankees is before this game even started, they were chirping like birds everywhere, chirping. The one game wild card isn't fair.
Right.
Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
Deal with it.
It's the only reason we got in.
You weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's true.
You would fuck off. And they started booing Severino when he got taken
they
out.
thought the game was over. They probably figured, the Yankees lost. The fans are this sucks.
You're booing Severino.
And you know what I hate?
You're booing Severino. You wouldn't be in the playoffs if it wasn't for him.
Right.
He showed the second half of the season. He was unreal.
But you'll agree with this. Anything could happen in the postseason, especially October. And I really hate when they call up Hal Steinbrenner. They call up the upper management of the Yankees, and these radio guys go, so this year is basically kind of like a trial run. Next year is probably the real year where you can make a run in the postseason. And upper management of the Yankees is no, we kind of want to win this year. It's I hate how people play off the Yankees aren't going to win, because they're not Cleveland, or they're not the best team in the.
They definitely.
Dude, it's the same way they wrote Aaron Judge off when he started slumping. He ended up finishing with 53 home runs. They were oh man, Judge, we might have to send him back to AAA. He's really struggling. It's this guy still put up ridiculous numbers when it's all stuff. The Yankees could still make a run. As we sit here right now, there's still hope for them.
And you're proving my point because
the fans are loyal.
Let me take you through a 24-hour spell of a Yankees brain. Mm-hmm. You have 12 hours before the wild card game saying this is bullshit. Why do we have to play a team that was barely 500? This isn't fair. What if we lose? And then after middle of the first inning, you're fuck Severino, fuck this.
I want my money back.
It should be a 3-game series. This is ridiculous. Hey, let me remind you. Last year, the Mets played the Giants, and Madison Bumgarner pitched the game of his life, a one-hitter.
Exactly.
And the Giants hit a home run in extra innings, and they won.
Right.
So don't fucking say it's not fair. Because the Mets had one game, and they faced arguably the best pitcher in postseason history. So don't fucking...
I wasn't one of those guys. You know how I wasn't? Because you probably saw my Instagram story when the Yankees went down they went down by 3. I put an Instagram story up. I go, anything can happen in the Bronx, blase. And I go, still early. I go, early as fuck. # breakfast time, as in dude,
getting started.
We're down 3-0, but listen, man, it's October,
dude.
Anything can happen in October.
I won a lot of money on that game because I had the Twins over, which was 3.5.
Okay,
I had the Yankees over.
I saw you tweet.
I had the Yankees over with the 4.5, and I had the game over, which was 7.5, and it all hit by the third inning.
So you were chilling, you were coasting,
which was great for me because I'm a teacher. I go to I can't make it past 10.
Right.
So 8:30 came and all overs covered. So I'm going to bed.
That's a nice feeling. You can't go wrong.
I didn't watch any of the game.
It's not like you're a Yankee fan where you're I hope they win. You don't care.
I want the Yankees to. I want the field to actually just a hole.
Right.
And they just fall in the hole and never come back.
Both parties or just the Yankees or.
No, just the Yankees. The Yankees are on the field, and like unfortunately, the one batter for the other team will have to die because he's on the field.
Human sacrifice.
Yeah, so have to be sacrificed. 1 for 9, I'll take it. But I look at the Yankees team. I really like them. I like Aaron Judge.
Wait, can I make one more quick? I'm sorry. Can I make one more quick comment about the Peter Rosenberg tied him with the Yankees? This is actually funny.
I go for it.
Yeah, you're gonna find this so funny. They're talking. They have the Michael K show's got with Peter Rosenberg. They have Hal Steinbrenner on the radio, right? Talking all serious about the Yankees, this and that. Like, oh, like what do you think's gonna happen? Who's gonna, like what needs to go right for the Yankees to win? All this stuff. The show's like they're about to, have him, leave the set, right? They're about to have him off the air. And Peter Rosenberg goes, well, one more question before you leave. I just want to ask you one more question. Did your father, was he friends with the WWE star? So I forget who it was. It doesn't even matter, right?
Yeah.
And Hal Steinbrenner was like, dude, it's October. Like, you're really going to, like, shirt my ear off about, like, because he's, like, Peter Rosenberg is like a big WWE guy. He's a big wrestling guy.
Dude, like, what are you doing?
Out of left field, right? And Hal Steinbrenner was like, oh, yeah, I guess so. I mean, sure.
That's Peter Rosenberg for you.
And he goes, okay, thanks. Just wondering. Dude, I'm not even kidding. I wanted to, like, smash my head through the, like, I was on, like, iHeartRadio, and I wanted to just, like, I was like, why is this guy...
He's such an idiot.
Like, why does this guy have, like, is he that much, like, okay, I'm not even getting
I don't know, like, how many people are in the production studio for wherever they produce this, but I'm assuming it's, like, 10 people.
Right.
They're all probably looking at Peter Rosenberg like, dude, like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, and, like, I feel like it's really just for the ratings, but, I mean, once again, I think he's, like, a cool dude, but...
Ratings, your ratings will drop.
I just thought it was so funny, though.
There is 0 people. WWE fans don't want to talk about WWE
Right. Even during October, they're like, listen, man, we got the postseason, we got football, like...
There were probably WWE wrestlers that were like, dude, like, why are you talking about the WWE?
I just thought it was so funny. I literally thought it was out of like a movie, like a Step Brothers, so you almost ruined the evening, right? Or what's his deal, Dad? Like that's kind of what I thought it was like.
The last thing I want to bring up, which I'm very happy, is Jay Bruce is at least for Game 1 just destroy the Yankees, and I think that was a whole plot by Sandy Alderson. Just be like, I'm going to send them to the Indians because I know the Yankees are going to run into them in the first round, and I just want the Yankees done.
Okay, it's like a conspiracy, almost like a,
Oh, the Yankees are winning 6-3 right now.
We're doubled up.
Wow.
All right, I guess with that being said, we should get to our...
Let's get to our Take 5.
Our Take 5.
5 games. We
You know the drill.
We got Bills, Bengals, we got Jets, Browns, we got Seattle, LA Rams, not the other LA team.
LAR.
They suck. Kansas City at Houston, and Green Bay at Dallas. Let's start.
Start.
Let's not
could stop.
No, let's not stop. We got to get into our picks. So let's start with Bills, Bengals. Fuck the Bills, man. Fuck them.
I mean, I don't like the Bills either.
I hate the Bills.
So who do you? So I mean, this is kind
I'm
of...
not going against my team.
Right. Kind of redundant. Like,
they're up right now. They are trending upwards.
They're trending right now.
They can't go down, so they're going up. The Bills have to suck.
Hot stock. Yeah.
The Bills are the one team that have to suck. I like the Bengals in this game. I was right last week.
Okay.
Last week they were playing the Browns and it was kind of like a pick 'em. Yeah. Everyone was saying it was pick 'em. I thought the Bengals were going to crush the Browns, and they did. 31-0. I think this is another game. Bills can't score.
Yeah.
Bengals offense is going. Their defense is good. Okay. I like the Bengals by like 17 in this game.
Okay, so you're going with the Bengals.
Yes.
That's like the one game I'm glad we put it in because I know you're a Bengals fan. I'm going to kind of agree with you. I like the Bengals in this game. The Bills, they are what they are. The Bengals are, like you said, they're catching fire. They're trending. They're roaring, man. The Bengals are roaring right now.
Yes.
That's what
they do, baby.
That's what they do, right? So I'm going to kind of match you with the Bengals. I'm not really too concerned about that game. It almost seems like kind of like, I don't want to say an easy win, but I do kind of think the Bengals are going to win. So they're at home too. So
they are at home. Okay. Jets at Browns.
So I'll go first in this because I'm a Jets fan.
Yes.
I am going to take the Jets. They are in Cleveland. I just think that the running game is very underrated. You have two guys basically in the backfield who they're pretty, they can make some noise. They know what they're doing back. They're starting to get into like a little bit of a rhythm. Robbie Anderson is catching some passes. The wide receiving core in the Jets is also, I think, a little bit underrated. So I'm going to go with the Jets. They're 2-2. The fans are, they're rooting for them back home. They're probably not going to show up in Cleveland, but I'm going to go with the Jets this game.
I was just thinking about the Jets, and the most Jets thing that would happen in this scenario is people are starting. It's blowing up on the radio. Like the Jets are 2-2, have an opportunity to go 3-2, over 500, and everyone's like, wait, the Jets are good.
Right.
The most Jets thing that could happen is they're going to lose to the Browns. And I actually think that's going to happen.
And you know what would happen is that then they would fall to what, 2-3,
2-3.
and then with what next week they'd win. Who I don't even know who they're playing.
I know. I think the Jets are going to come back down to reality. I think they're going to lose. Listen, they beat Jacksonville last week.
Right.
Relax.
Okay.
And
I'm going to take them just because they are, like you said, with the Bengals, they're kind of catching fire a little bit, and it's like the games are coming down to the wire, and the Browns aren't. Trust me, they're no Green Bay, they're no Dallas, they're no.
they're shit.
They're shit.
They're shit.
For lack of a better, they're not. They're no. Super Bowl team.
You wrote Jets versus Browns on your paper. You should have wrote shit versus diarrhea.
That would have been good.
That's basically what it is.
Vomit versus diarrhea. Just because
it's just not.
You drink so much during the Jets game that you want to.
Yeah, I got the Browns. This kind of segues into our next game. Jermaine Kearse was on the Michael K show on my way home from work, and he low key said that he wishes Seattle loses every game for the rest of his life
because he's got bad blood.
Well, he got traded from Seattle,
right? So he's not.
He said, "My friends on that team, I hope they put up good yardage,
but I hope that they lose.
But I hope that they lose."
Okay, that's fair enough. That's but see, that's the type of stuff I like in sports. None of this crybaby Cam Newton and then he apologizes. Don't get me wrong, all endorsements, I get that, but at least he's being real.
I hate political correctness.
Right.
Tell it how it is.
PC
tell me how you feel. So we got Seattle versus LA.
Okay.
I like LA.
Awesome guy. I like Seattle.
I like LA. Young coach.
Yeah. Really young.
Youngest. He might be the youngest in NFL history.
And even for the next 5 years, he'll be young. Next 10 years, he'll still be young. He's so young.
Compared to NFL coaches, he'll be young for the next 30 years.
Right, yeah, because the guys that are literally in their last breaths,
Wade Phillips, if Wade Phillips, if a guy gets pushed really hard out of bounds and hits Wade Phillips, he's gonna die.
It's gonna be like the Don Zimmer, Pedro Martinez.
He's gonna fucking die. Wade Phillips has got to be in a booth upstairs. He can't be on the sidelines.
Okay, it's almost like the coach of the Mets.
Because if Todd Gurley gets pushed out of bounds in this game and he undercuts Wade Phillips, Wade Phillips is gonna there's gonna be CPR on the field.
Okay, there's gonna be something medically going on the field, right?
Yeah.
So I'll take and trust me, Pete Carroll's not. He looks good for his age though. He looks good for his age, Pete Carroll. But I'm gonna take Seattle. I just like the atmosphere that Seattle plays in. There's no reason. It's not they're running the ball like Russell Wilson. There's no real reason why I'm taking them. It's just I trust Seattle's winning atmosphere more than I trust LA. So even though they are at LA, but not that really means anything because. And then Los Angeles isn't really that big of a football market. We're starting to learn.
Hopefully.
Right? We're starting to learn.
No one shows up to the Chargers games. I think the Rams
are bigger.
I think the Rams get a little more show, and they're also good. So that
there's also some people from Missouri and St. Louis that are actually traveling over there.
They go all the way to LA.
Yeah,
I was going to say.
Nah, he couldn't do that.
Most Rams fans can't afford it.
Yeah, I was going to say they probably can't.
No, but LA is definitely trending up. Gurley's doing great.
Yeah, I was always kind of a fan of him.
I was a fan of him too.
People hated on him a little bit, right?
Yeah, so I'm taking LA. You'll take Seattle.
I'll take Seattle.
Our next game
next one's good.
Kansas City at Houston. I'll take this one.
Okay.
Because before the season started, I took plus 1,200 Deshaun Watson as Rookie of the Year.
Love it.
And if you look at it now, he's plus 250.
So you're kind of on pace right now.
He's plus 250.
Here's what could happen. The only thing that could happen is he could get hurt, right? Would that eliminate him? Well, how many games do you have to play to be eligible?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So
if he gets hurt, I'm screwed.
You basically just have to hope DeAndre Hopkins doesn't get hurt, stays healthy.
No, you know who
that's his main target, right?
No, my number one wish, and I hate to wish another player to get hurt. Kareem Hunt's got to get hurt.
Oh, because
he's really the only competition right now.
Oh, he's probably going to win though. No.
He's right now. Unfortunately, if I had to choose, it would probably be Kareem.
Here's the thing, though: running backs like Kareem Hunt, the defense starts to pick up on it. They're like, we got to start.
Yes.
With the quarterback, he could still keep going.
And I do think quarterbacks get favored in this kind of scenario because he's the leader of the team.
And also for PR reasons, Deshaun Watson, he looks
perfect
like a man.
Guy.
He's
perfect
giving away
guy.
his paycheck.
Perfect
guy.
Guy, right? Yeah, his mom has tongue cancer.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a very, very humble, nice guy.
And I know he's a big mom. He gives back to his mom.
He's a mama's boy.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, I really.
So you like Houston?
I like Houston in this game. I need them them to make the playoffs. I think if they make the playoffs, Deshaun will get Rookie of the Year. So I like Houston.
Well, I was supposed to see on Instagram about how like Alex Smith, he's like ranking amongst the the top quarterbacks, whatever. You just mentioned Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill at wideout, Kelsey, dude. I'm telling you, the Kansas City offense is no joke, and for that reason, I'm taking them. Obviously, they lost Eric Berry on defense, but dude, this Kansas City team, it's still kind of like a Super Bowl team.
They're the only undefeated team in the NFL.
Right, and it's only week 5. So take
Which
5
is
week 5. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm going to go with Kansas City, almost like I'm going with Seattle. There's kind of like a winning culture there, especially this year for KC, more specifically. So I'm just going to go with KC. I mean, Alex Smith can't do any wrong.
I kind of think
Pat Mahomes who?
Just because Pat Mahomes who. I kind of think just because of the way this year's been going, that we're in week 5 and there's only one team that's 4-0.
Right.
That it's just like
it's gonna. I know what you're saying.
If this the way that NFL is gonna go, like Kansas City's gonna lose one soon.
Yeah, it's you know what that reminds me of? It's in basketball. It's called it's actually like a real theory. It's called the hot hand fallacy.
Right.
Where it says, he's like, let's say your buddy's in the gym and your buddy hits 4 threes in a row. Feed it to so and so. He's hot.
Right.
No, he's actually has a higher chance of missing because your buddy's not a professional basketball player. He doesn't train at the highest level. He's probably actually statistically gonna miss.
That's why if you're betting on these shots, you just keep on doing double nothing until he misses.
Because you know he's going to miss. Okay.
Yeah.
So
so you got Kansas City, I got Houston. Our last game is Green Bay at Dallas.
Right. Who do you like?
You go first.
I'll go first. Dallas is home, but dude, I swear to God, I'm a big Aaron Rodgers fantasy guy because I have him on my fantasy team. Right? Ooh, okay. Yeah.
Not at you, Green.
At Aaron Rodgers.
Have you seen that commercial he's in with the car?
I think what was like the golf club?
He's such a loser.
I just don't really like him that much. I like him on my fantasy.
Can I segue a little bit before we get into this?
No, that's what it's for.
His brother, Jordan Rodgers.
He's the man. I feel like.
Have you seen his girlfriend?
From The Bachelor. That's how they met. You didn't know that?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, that's actually good.
I didn't.
No, that's actually good that you didn't know that. It means that you don't watch The Bachelorette.
Again, I'm straight. I don't really watch
that
stuff. Well,
here's the thing, though. That's basically... Well, you heard about the whole drama in that family, right? About how, dude, this is great. This is, like, grade A. He was on The Bachelorette, and he started, he broke down at the end. He said, my family doesn't have a relationship with Aaron anymore. Apparently, Aaron doesn't talk to the mom or dad anymore. There was some, thing that happened.
So he's an anti-Deshaun Watson.
Yes, exactly. And I just think it's so funny because he comes across as this huge family guy, Aaron Rodgers. He's you know what I mean? He comes across as this guy who's an old school dude.
Right, yeah.
But I think he's just fake, and I think Jordan Rodgers is actually more real than he is. Jordan Rodgers is actually more of a real dude than Aaron Rodgers is, I feel
His girlfriend, I don't know what her name is.
Well, I think they're married now.
JoJo,
whatever. Yeah.
She's unreal, dude. Wow.
You know what I love?
And Aaron Rodgers, can't even keep Olivia Munn.
But you know why I love Jordan Rodgers? Because... Don't get me wrong. Would he go to Vanderbilt? He went to a big time college, right?
Is he a player?
He briefly practiced squad Canadian Football League.
But in college, was he a big college player?
I think big enough where he played. But the reason why I love it is because he's one of those dudes where he kind of piggy banked off his looks. So he didn't he basically he's working for the SEC network now. But the only reason why he's getting these gigs is because
Aaron Rodgers.
Not just Aaron, but no homo. The guy's also very attractive at Jordan Rodgers. He's the better looking version of Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, he's miles better. No homo, miles better looking than Aaron
Thank you. At least we can kind of...
First of all, Aaron Rodgers, what the fuck are you doing with that mustache? Every fucking year, you have a mustache.
Right.
Your mustache is the reason why neighborhood watch community songs
I also
get
just
put
don't
up.
like the fact that he's also he doesn't seem that strong. It's dude, if you're gonna play at quarterback, hit the weights a little bit. You know?
Honestly,
we got Jordan Rodgers over here looking like a snack. With his girlfriend,
literally looking like a snack.
With his wife, she's an absolute dime piece. Oh my god, she's
that girl is unreal.
Right, so they're both snack
top 5 hottest girls I've ever seen in my life. That
I love it. So he's the Welch's fruit snack, and she's the high C. I don't know, the poppin' lemonade.
She's the peach. She's the peach emoji.
Ooh.
I would eat the peach emoji.
Just saying.
just saying.
That's great. All right, so you do so wait, who do you like?
I fucking hate Aaron Rodgers, but I still like Green Bay.
Something that's good. Don't let your emotions get the best of the natural.
Yeah.
So me and you both like Green Bay, and dude, honestly, Jordy Nelson, right? Jordy Nelson playing? No, is he hurt?
No, he's playing.
Okay,
I think.
Is Devontae Adams still alive after that hit? Right, he's fine, right? Remember he almost got like killed in that hit.
I don't know. Did anyone check on him? Did anyone check his pulse? He might literally still be at like Soldier Field, just like laying down.
He was hit so hard, and I don't know. The wide receivers there, Randall Cobb, like they have a pretty good. You know what it is about Green Bay? They're very like gritty. It kind of reminds me of New England. It's like the system.
That's the thing. Now
It's
I
like
like
the
they said that.
Yeah.
Green Bay is just like New England because you look at these fucking like wide receivers, like frail white wide receivers.
It's like a small, like he's a small dude.
Frail white wide receivers, and then you look at Randall Cobb, like, hey, you're black. Why are you wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers?
I know,
but seriously, you look at guys like Jordy Nelson and Hogan for the Patriots, and they get wide fucking open. Yeah, and you're like, there's no way that guy should get wide open.
And it also is like it is the system because you can tell a guy like Chris Hogan, he's not like going out and partying. Like he knows the opportunity he has in front of him, and he's taking advantage of it.
Edelman's not like that though.
Edelman's a big part, but he can do whatever he wants, right?
Well, I think what it comes down to is they just have better plays.
Yeah, my brother actually partied with Edelman. That's like his claim. Like my brother, shout out to my brother James. He actually partied with Edelman, and what he did was he like snapped him. And he like, you know how you can cut the face out. So like he'll cut Edelman's face out, and like it's just like funny because like he was like
because he was actually
met him.
Picture.
You know what I mean? Like he's such a good Jets fan. Like he didn't take a picture with him, which is kind of like that means like you're a loyal Jets fan. I guess.
All right, you just raised him up, and I'm just gonna bring him back down.
Bring him back down.
This fucking idiot goes to a club. Was it in Vegas? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
he goes to Vegas. Sees Tiny Tempa.
Right.
And goes up to him and says, "Who are you?"
Yeah, or Tiny Temper rather is like, "Hey, you know who I am?" And my brother's like, "No, who are you?"
Who are you?
I would be in the same boat. Yeah, to be honest, I probably would have got punched in the face because I would have been like, "Who the fuck are you, dude?" Like joking, but like serious, you know?
Oh man. All right. So let's go over to take 5.
Yeah.
We agree on the Bengals, so that's a wash. That's a wash.
Yeah.
You got the Jets, right?
I have the Jets.
I got the Browns.
All right, good.
You got Seattle. I got LA.
Awesome.
I got Houston. You got Kansas City.
Oh yeah.
And we both have Green Bay.
We both have Green Bay. All right, so it's only 2 of them cancel out, right?
Only 2 of them cancel out.
That's not bad. Then. That's not bad.
Last week I was 4-1.
And I was
the winner. You were 3-2.
So hopefully this week hopefully I'll win this week, or else I'm going to start being a big loser.
Listen, you definitely improved on the loser of the week this week.
Yeah. Last week, Dwayne Wade. I don't know. Dwayne Wade was getting kind of dumped on.
Peter Rosenberg's going to be like, "Yo, you guys are acting like Ray Rice."
Imagine Peter Rosenberg is like, "I got to have you guys on the show."
Imagine, this is our in, bro.
He gets to sit on the show and he just like roasts us. He's like, and Michael K. He's like, I'm embarrassed. I can't believe you guys would say that about my co-host. He's such a good guy. Gives back to the community.
Oh man,
great guy. Good family man. Michael, we got to hang up on these guys.
Wait, before we hang up, are you related to anyone in the WWE? Because there is a guy. There's a guy from my high school that's in the WWE.
I think I know who you're talking about, but yeah, I forget his
Zach Ryder. Who the fuck cares? Yeah, Zach Ryder.
I would have been like, if he asked me that, would have been, was it Vince McMahon? Is that the guy who like runs? I would have been like, yeah, Vince McMahon. I'm a trust fund baby for Vince McMahon. He would be like, wait, send the line.
Fuck. Don't hang up. All right, let's end the show there. We gotta end it there. Thanks for tuning in. Join us next week, episode 3. We'll have a lot more funny ass shit to talk about.
A lot more content.
We'll have a new college question. If you have any recommendations,
please. Maybe you want to shout out your Instagram too,
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at MISTER_Garland,
and you can follow me on Instagram at King Curcio. Don't even, you know what? If you find it, you find it. If you
find it, I really don't care. I really haven't posted in like a fucking month.
And my King Curcio is weird too. There's like 3 eyes at the end, so it's like I don't really expect anyone, even if they were listening. I don't expect anyone to follow.
But if you have, especially in the college portion, a question that you want us to do, if you have any ideas for our current events section, TV, music section. Wow, we really got to end this. Just let us know. We're going to post this on Facebook, so just let us know in the comments. All right, guys. Have a good day. Have a happy Sunday.